First of all, I want to thank you
Sure.
for this
Thank
opportunity
you.
to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Tell us about your activist life, how it all began.
Well, it's a long life. I don't want to go into every single detail, but I grew up in an activist family, and some of my earliest memories were going to demonstrations, marches, and rallies with my family, with my parents and my older brother and younger sister. So I grew up in a climate and in an atmosphere of activism. And so when I, as a young adult, became very active, in my own, in my own ways, in my own right, my parents were extremely supportive, and I know that that's not always the case. So I feel very lucky to have grown up in that climate and with that kind of support. I just by an accident of birth, I was in college in the 1960s, in the second half of the 1960s. And literally the world was on fire.
Yeah. That was the time when Vietnam War
Yes.
broke out.
Yes, and it was with the Vietnam War, it was escalating almost every day. There seemed to be an escalation. The anti-war movement was also growing in this country and worldwide, but certainly in this country. And there I was, right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
In fact, the second 2 years of college, I basically majored in anti-war activism. That's what I did full time, basically.
Yeah.
I went to courses in my classes when I had to.
What college was that?
I was here in New York City. I went to NYU.
Yeah.
And we were quite active, both in city organizing, mostly on campus, but then also citywide activities, and then from time to time organizing people from the school, students mostly, but some faculty as well, to some of the big marches in Washington.
Yeah.
And that's where I really kind of cut my teeth on it. That's where I really began to learn how to organize.